Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look at these guys right here. This, my friends, is the Nike Mamba Fury. You know what I miss? I miss the Mamba mentality. That was the first of the budget shoes. The Mamba Mentality 2 was dope.
So they used to make the budget models numbered.
That was the only one where it kind of like was a 1 and a 2, and then I think they went to, can't remember the names of them all, but like it went to like Mamba Instinct, and then I think the Mamba Rage, and then the Focus, and now the Fury. But I just miss the mentality. Now about these guys, they do keep in line with those previous models that I just talked about, where they're kind of like taking what happened originally in the model before it, and then they're just kind of reusing the tooling and then redesigning the upper real quick. So these guys are pretty much the Nike Mamba Focus from last season. Just got a new upper on there, and by new I just mean like slightly redesigned. It's not even like really a new thing. There's nothing special about the shoe or anything like that. They just come in at $100. They offer pretty much the basic setup of stuff. So again, the tooling is reused from the Mamba Focus. So with that, we have the same exact traction pattern here. We got the same exact rubber. That shoe is when I tore my calf.
Yeah.
I didn't have a chance to play in them and all that stuff, so I don't know how they were or anything like that. I know what they felt like from a try-on, and it was just kind of stiff.
That's what she said.
Nothing special. That's where I definitely miss the Mentality series, because those had, and even the Instinct and the Rage, those had removable midsoles, the interchangeable ones. So I could take a midsole from like a LeBron or a previous Kobe that I really like and drop them in there, and I have all of a sudden signature line cushioning with budget upper that for whatever reason has better rubber for outdoor hoopers, you know what I mean? Like I always think that's so weird, because the thing that budget shoes have in common is great rubber for outdoors, poor cushioning for outdoors. I always thought that was strange. It's like counterintuitive, like counterproductive. So yeah, so I do miss that. But again, if you played in the previous model, the Mamba Focus, and you happen to like them, then you should like these. I really don't know right now, but hopefully we'll be able to find out eventually. Now, just like the traction, the cushioning is identical. So you got a Phylon midsole. It's not anything special. It doesn't feel great underfoot or anything like that, especially from the first initial try-on. This is a shoe that you've definitely got to break in. And then the forefoot has Nike Zoom, and it's just you know, I really don't like these little rectangle ones. You can't see it right here because of the outsole and stuff, but I call it the stick of gum. Like, check this out, guys. First off, there's no shots fired at anyone, all right? This is just my logic versus Nike's logic. So my whole thing is, you got the PG shoe, right? The retail for that shoe is $10 more than this one, unless you're getting a Gatorade colorway, then it's $20 more. But just keep in line with me. We got the main shoe, $10 more for a basic colorway or whatever. Now, what do those shoes have that these don't?
Full length cushion.
Oh yes, they do. And better foam and everything for $10. $10. Look, as far as profit margins go, for what they're spending versus what they're making back, are astronomically high per model. Doesn't even matter what shoe it is. It doesn't matter if it's an Air Force One, although those, like a retro shoe, a shoe that's just constantly just in production, they spend almost nothing making those things.
If I remember, I'll bring it up later, but I have a theory.
You have a theory?
I have a theory.
On why they do this?
Yes.
Okay, I would love to hear this. And I apologize for that mini tangent, but I've got to say, I would like to know the legit reason. I still want to hear your theory, but I would like to know the legit reason as to why this shoe doesn't have a full-length Air Strobel in it. Do you know what budget shoe came out that does have the same exact tech specs as the PG4? Not the Strobel unit, but just full-length Air? The LeBron Witness.
Oh.
Yeah, and that shoe retailed for less than these guys. Or maybe it was the same price. Maybe I bought them for less. Again, no excuse. I don't know why they do that. And I do understand that like this is a shoe with forefoot isolated cushion, no cushion in the back, so it's for a court feel style player and all that stuff. But that full length Air unit, man, it's like 3 millimeters thick. You're not losing court feel in that. Now the upper, like I was saying, is the main portion of the shoe that's been redesigned or retooled, reworked, whatever. And I actually I like both versions. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that the Mamba Focus was an ugly shoe. If anything, the colorways that they had done were fantastic. The split ones with the split sole, where like on one side it looked like one color and the other side looked like another color. Okay. That is exactly what a budget shoe should do. It should still look and feel like a signature shoe because it's got the guy's name on it. And that's what they've been doing really well at. So I give Nike complete props for that, because like even this colorway is kind of like a colorway we don't even see on the main SIGs now. Like this almost has like a alternate Bruce Lee vibe to it, you know? Like this is dope. But what we do have here is a pretty basic setup. We got a textile up front. It's kind of like a jacquard, and then they've knitted in the snake scales, which I think is a really cool feature, especially because every time they do something like this on the upper with a snake pattern or whatever, I actually just bought, you guys, I just bought 3 pairs of OG Kobe's. First off, I got a great deal, so I'll talk about this. I'll talk about it all later. But every time I see an upper like this, it reminds me of my favorite Kobe of all time. Yo. I mean, let's do it again. Mamba face. But yeah, so the forefoot section is a jacquard, very basic textile, but the back portion is even more basic. It feels like the interior of the shoe, but it's on the exterior. So it feels like a liner. Doesn't feel like anything crazy, but I do think that it's going to perform well just because there's nothing bad about the shoe. There's nothing that sticks out that I'm like, what the is that about? Like, these things got a little bit of everything. They got the form-fitting fit. Speaking of which, they do fit true to size. They do fit a little bit long though at the same time, but they're very narrow. So if you want like a super snug, tight fit lengthwise, go down half a size. Otherwise, go true to size and you'll be good to go. I think that they're narrow enough to where going true to size, you should be fine for most people. Wide footers, try them on because they've got this thing right here where the rubber wraps up and then meets the logo, and the logo is plastic and stuff. That might dig into some people's feet. So try them on if possible. And I know that you guys can't try them on right now, but just be patient. These aren't going anywhere. Nobody's hooping right now anyways. They're shutting down courts outside now, so.
You're gonna go out front and there's gonna be a lock on our rim.
Yo, I'd be pissed. I'd be so pissed if they locked up my own basketball hoop.
The club.
Oh yeah, that's what it was called. I was trying to talk to Kenny about that yesterday, and we both just called it the stick. And wrong. There's also some fuse panels in the high wear areas, mostly the eye stay and then the toe drag section and all that stuff. But again, everything feels like it's gonna work really well. It's just a basic shoe with basic functions, and that kind of stuff is usually never bad. I just wish that they would just go to extra little step, just throw in a full length Zoom or Air Strobel. That's all I want. That's it. Then the back half of the shoe is probably my favorite as far as like the design. It might sound stupid, and I know that you don't like this thing, the little tongue, especially when you like pop it down like that, especially because it's all rough and like a cat tongue. But the little pull tab thing, I just think having that on there, that little tiny piece, makes a big difference visually. It's just one of those little things that makes it kind of feel like a signature shoe and stuff, especially with the way that they put the branding on the back here, because normally with a shoe like this, you've just got the branding on the tongue, and that's mostly about it. But with these guys here, they put the branding on the back too. I do wish that Shuzoku logo right there was red or yellow or something. It's textured. It would have been cool if it was yellow with red dots on it. That would have been sick. But then on top right here, you got the Mamba DNA. And I just think that's really dope. Again, it's just stuff that they didn't have to do, and I think it works. You know what I mean? I like it. For $100, this is sick. Before we get into your theory here, right?
Yeah.
I did want to just let people know that my Mamba face is out of respect.
Always.
Yeah, I don't want people to think that I'm being like disrespectful. I just think it's fun, and I like seeing, they just put up, I don't remember where, like what account I saw this on. It could have been Slam or could have been Champs or something like that. But basically I'd seen it on Instagram, and it was an old ad for like an old NBA video game, and it was Derrick Rose and Kobe playing and stuff, and they were both talking to each other, and at the end Kobe throws in the dagger where he's just like, well, my player is great because he got 4 rings, and Derrick's like, well, but Kobe, even in that commercial, Kobe had the Mamba face coming out. And like, I was just like, man, this guy's awesome. He's just got that, I don't know, when you saw the tongue from Jordan, like you got pumped, right? Or if you saw Mutombo's finger wave, you got pumped. If you see Kobe's Mamba face, bruh, you get pumped. And so that's what the Mamba face is for me. It's like okay, let's do this, Mamba face. Ugh. Just to let people know, just in case you're new around here and you're like, what the is this white guy doing? Pasting on Kobe's face on it. That's where it started from, okay? It was just a joke. But to get to the meat of everything, okay, what is your theory here? Because I'm really curious.
All right, so the designers are in a room, and you have to have seen these grids on Instagram where it'll be like, for the world is ending, and these are your players that you can choose from to take into battle. You have 50 points or whatnot, and the top is the best players, and then at the bottom,
I've seen this with basketball
like free
stuff.
Yeah, and they do it with shoes and like how you would. So that's what I think. They're
you
like,
got $10, pick your starting 5, go.
Right.
Yeah, and this is what the players are worth.
Yes.
Okay.
And so that's how they're like picking, being like, well, I can afford this signature player.
No, but see,
and
that's
these
not
materials
even.
And
that's not a theory, though. That is how it works.
Okay.
They have a budget.
Yes.
With anything in any business, there's a budget, and you have to stick within that budget. Otherwise, you get fired. You know what I mean? You don't get fired. You might over at Nike. I don't know, but you get in trouble. I've had conversations with guys that are on these teams, being like, we have fought to get whatever it was on the shoe, and then it ended up making it to where they then had to cheapen out on something, whether it be the shoelaces, which sounds stupid. Shoelaces, look man, when you're on a tight budget, sometimes you get the cheaper shoelaces so that you can get the full-length Air or whatever it is. Whether it's the foam compound, which is funny because it's only like a percentage or two one way or the next to make it super comfortable or super hard. And yes, that's what she said. Man, she just give me the look. She can't even help herself anymore. You know what I mean? So it's like, that is exactly what happens. But still in my head though, in my head where I'm like, for just fucking raise the price $10 then, man. You feel me? Like look, take the names off of both shoes. Take Kobe's name off of this shoe. Take Paul George's name off the PG4. They both have rubber.
Yes.
Okay, check. All right, so there's that part of the budget gone. They both have foam midsoles, right? One has more foam than the next.
Okay.
That's the PG. Also, the PG has more design into it. It costs more money. The PGs and these have textiles. Cheap. And there's a zipper too, okay? So you're telling me that for all of that, plus the full length, you know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying
for
is
$10.
Kobe's name is just a titch higher on this chart than Paul George's.
So it just costs Nike more to put Kobe's name on this shoe?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, man. Look, you guys got to let us know, because what she said is factual. That's not a joke, and it's not your theory. It's like for real. Like that is how it works.
Well, go me.
Well, honestly, I've told you this a few times, and so I think just subconsciously that's a go me.
But no,
and you just take the credit for it.
Came up with a good way to help everybody visualize it, because everybody's seen those grids where there's like a bunch of throwaways at the bottom that are free.
Yeah, no, and that's exactly how it works. It's a good comparison. That was you, but you knowing that was all me. So I would like to know your guys' thoughts though. Is like, do you feel that that's valid? Granted, this is not our company. I can't force Nike to be like, yo, I know that you can afford to put in the full-length Air, still keep these at $100. But Nike's sitting there being like, well, f you, I don't care what you think, blah, 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 whatever. But I'm sitting here
saying, but we can still get you guys to purchase it. So why would we?
No, that's exactly what Nike's thinking. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Let us know what you think about these down below in the comment section. Are you messing with these or are you not? Did you play in the Focus, by the way? And if you did, how did you like them? Because I'm curious. Because I was injured during that time frame, so I didn't get to. But that's pretty much it. Thank you once again for watching. And until next time, guys, have a good one.
Hey, look, I didn't peace sign it.
You saluted?
Yeah, I did.
You signed off.